The last thing I want to show you with Image Trace is how it can really assist you when it comes to taking your own artwork, if you're someone who's an artist, and turning it into a vectorized image. So maybe you know how to draw or paint or do all these things, and you want to turn it into a graphic. So we can do is we can go to the web, and let's say we search for our favorite animal, and we just add the word drawing at the end of it. When we do that and go to images, we're looking for an actual hand-drawn version of your animal. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll take, oh, that one's pretty small. So I'll go ahead and grab, looking at sizing. And if you need to, you can go hand drawn. So that way you can get some hand drawn versions of your animal. We're looking for something that has obviously not already been vectorized. So I want to find something that doesn't have a watermark on it, something that is hand-drawn, and if you need to, you can even go to Sketch. I'm just not finding the good things that I want. So I'm going to go ahead and, oh, here's a good one. So I'm going to grab this image, open it in a new tab, make sure I get the biggest version. I'm going to copy that and go into Illustrator. I'm then going to go create another artboard. So I'm going to zoom out, Alt-Scroll, and create another artboard out here and paste in here. And you can go ahead and resize your image up if you need to. And then we're going to go ahead and image trace it. So I'm going to go here to image trace. I can also go to properties and choose image trace, but that's just going to give me the same presets. So either one of them is going to be usable. And I'm going to go ahead and just do like a black and white, and then you'll see it'll kind of pick it up, but if I want to, I can increase my threshold, and that will then allow me to turn it in. Now, this is not really what I'm looking for, so maybe I want to go to like shades of gray here, and that's more of like a vectorized version of that sketch. What you'll know when you are looking at drawings, like let's say you want to create a character and bring it in, you really want to stick to outlines and not fill in with shading. So here you can see with this giraffe, it's got lots of shading. But if I used a giraffe that was mainly lines like this, I would probably have an easier time being able to grab the giraffe and fill in the spaces with vectorized shapes and those kinds of things. So you could do something like if I had a giraffe line art, I could use something that is more of like this kind of style, where then I could image trace this with all the different shapes and fill them in. So I could copy this image, go to Illustrator, grab a new artboard here real quick. Probably should have been zoomed out when I did this. To draw a new artboard, paste it in there, and then when I go to sketch this into black and white and increase my threshold, you'll see it's going to start grabbing those lines a lot more. If I go too far, it'll be nothing. I could also just change this to be like sketched art here and increase my threshold there, see how many of those shapes I can get, and then move into there. So as you can see, when we are using image trace, and if you're wanting to bring your own artwork in, you need to have really thick lines and really defined shapes, and you want those shapes to be closed so you can actually edit them. Because even if I went into here right now, it'd be difficult to edit things because when I go to expand this, and I start changing colors of things, like I double click on it and change, maybe see there's not even a background of this. So if I go in here and I try and change any of these pieces, if there's something that's open, if it opens up, it's going to begin to change the color behind it. So it's really important, like, because all these black pieces, like if I go here and I change this to be green, you'll see they are all connected. And of course I changed it gray because I'm in the wrong color mode. So I'll go switch that over. But you can see those are all connected because they were all close together when I image traced it. So really important that as you're working with your own artwork, you're very defined lines, very clear, so that Illustrator and the computer can find those lines. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and save this, and I would also suggest that you export at least your first image and these two down here. Don't necessarily need the artwork pieces, but if you can export those as images and put them on your Google Drive for me to see your work, that'd be great.